And now, on a lighter note, we're going to end the episode with talking about Yeah, sure. I'm doing just fine, everybody. We're talking about the Ultraman anime, which is premiering on Netflix in 2019. There, I guess there's Ultraman fans on Netflix. I wonder if. So I got to be real with you, Tristan.
Yeah.
I wonder if Netflix looked at how Ultraman is actually kind of becoming a bit more mainstream in the States.
Right.
And by that I mean not like a U.S. Adaptation or anything like that, at least recently anyway. But we have gotten more Ultraman shows both on Crunchyroll and on Amazon Prime's, I think it was like Toku HD, or their Toku service.
Right.
So apparently Ultraman's becoming more popular,
Yeah.
which is good, right? But I never thought it would be Ultraman before, like, granted, Super Sentai, of course, has their DVDs, but even before Kamen Rider, I'm like, how expensive is the license for Kamen Rider, is my thought.
Right.
That, that we've gotten more Ultraman before Kamen Rider. But yeah, so Ultraman has an anime adaptation. I don't know if it's going to be based off of the manga. Looking here, it's
Yeah, it was revealed in the 12th volume
so you'd imagine
of the Ultraman
right?
manga of
So
Tomohiro. Yeah, Tomohiro Shigomichi.
Shimoguchi's Ultraman
Right.
manga.
Yeah.
Because I assume it's being either drawn or written by Eiichi Shimizu and or Tomohiro Shimoguchi. So yeah, so their Ultraman manga, or their adaptation of Ultraman, because I haven't read the Ultraman manga. It is released in the U.S., which is nice. But I haven't read it. I don't know if it's a brand new Ultraman, if it's based off of older Ultraman. I have no idea.
Right.
But either way, what matters here is the fact that this will be using a combination of 3D and motion capture to give the anime a unique look, which kind of terrifies me. Well, only because, okay, so here's the thing, right? I'm not saying that it's gonna, let's say it looked great, right? Let's say, even though it might be some new tech or some interesting combo of tech, let's say it looks amazing, right, Tristan?
Yeah.
But if that's gonna cost a lot of money, I assume it will, I don't know, if it's gonna cost a lot of money, are they going to make their money back?
Right. Yeah.
And that's my problem, where I love Ultraman, but I don't know, like, is it popular enough in the States, or does Netflix not care? They're going to release it with in a bunch of languages, so frankly, it doesn't matter if in the States doesn't do as well compared to, like, in Japan or in Germany or something like that, because usually when Netflix releases something, they have a bunch of different especially animated, they have a bunch of different languages to choose from.
Right.
So maybe it won't matter. Right? Maybe it completely won't even matter if it doesn't do as well here. I just want it to do well in general. So yeah, it will be produced by Production IG, which I really love their work, especially their older stuff. And it will be directed by, so co-directors, that's interesting. Shinji Aramaki, who's actually behind Batman Ninja, which I think you've seen the trailers for that.
Yeah.
Yes, and Kenji Kamiyama, who is actually behind Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. So that, or at least the director. So that's interesting. And so it will. Oh, this is strange. The plot of the series, because this is going to be a series, will be told. So, it's a continuation of the original Ultraman series. So, like from 1966.
Right.
But it will be in a different timeline. And it follows the son of the original Ultraman host, Shin Hayata, who his son is named Shinjiro Hayata, as he discovers the power he inherited from his father, as well as the responsibility of the mantle of Ultraman in defending Earth from alien threats.
Parallel
Okay, that's interesting.
Timeline. Huh.
Yeah, right?
Trunks is Ultraman.
I mean, it's funny. It's happened in Ultraman already, actually. With the Tokusatsu, basically, what they ended up doing was, when they... Remember Ultraman Tiga?
Yeah.
Ultraman Tiga is actually in a different timeline than the original Ultraman.
Oh.
So, in 2013, because Ultraman Tiga came out, I'm going to say 05, let's say. I'm probably super wrong. Probably a few years earlier.
Yeah.
Probably a few years earlier. No, Ultraman Tiga came out, I think, in like 2000, 2001.
Oh, okay.
No, because we got it later. Because
Right.
we got the 4 Kids version.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Now
Ultraman. Yeah, that fucking version. Something light.
okay, then.
You remember that? You don't remember that opening, do you?
No, but I'll never
I'll send
forget
it
it
to you.
now.
I'll send it to you.
Oh, please don't.
Um, oh, please, yes. Um, but but anyway, no. Ultraman Tika came out in what, late '90s, early 2000s? Fuck, holy shit. Sorry, Tika came out in '96.
Ow. Okay.
Which actually now that makes sense, I'm sure, because I've shown Tristan the DVDs, and even though he liked it, I think he was like, the effects are interesting. Now you know, '96,
Right.
not 2005. But the point is that when the movie that came out, oh god, what year did it come out now? Not the Tiga movie. It was Ultra Galaxy. It was like Ultra Galaxy Mega Monster Battle. There you go. That came out in 2009.
Right.
Okay. And by the way, it came out on it hasn't come out in the US yet, but I can buy the Japanese version with official English subtitles on it.
Nice.
So I'm probably going to get that DVD. I haven't gotten that in years. I should probably get that now. But anyway, point is though, Tristan, is that in the movie, out of nowhere, it was like, wait, holy shit, because we see Ultraman Dyna, who that's the sequel to Tiga, and it's just like, who are you? And he's like, I'm here to fight. And then we find out that like the universes somehow managed to cross paths somehow via some shenanigans, and it was like, oh shit. So yeah, they're both in different universes, different timelines, if you will, but universes is probably a better term. And in this case, yes, it is kind of like a Trunk situation, although I assume there's not going to be any time travel. I'm assuming anyway, I have no idea. I mean, it's funny, Batman Ninja had time travel, so I don't know. But yeah, so this is going to be a series, but it hasn't really listed what it's going to be.
Right.
Like, it says series, but I don't know if it's going to be a series like the way Godzilla is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where like it's going to be like Godzilla is arguably a series, but it's 3 movies.
Right.
The newest.
Yeah. Battle for Earth.
So, yeah, battle for everything. Galactic battle Godzilla. What's interesting though, and this is no way going to happen in any way, but it would still be fun. You know who created Godzilla, right?
Yeah. I can't think of the name right now, but
Eiji Tsuburaya.
right.
You know who created Ultraman? Eiji.
I mean,
Tsuburaya. Will it happen?
Well,
no.
I wonder who's the alien and who's the defender of Earth and who's the alien in that scenario.
It would be so funny. It's kind of like when the Doctor shows up and he's like, I'm defending Earth. And the monster's like, I was born here, bro. That's kind of what it is. Like, Godzilla's like, excuse me, I'm from this place.
Right.
And Ultraman's like, yeah, but I'm from, like, M88 Ultra Planet. I gotta defend the Earth.
Right.
So that would be super funny. We've had Ultraman versus Kamen Rider before. That was a weird crossover. They've done 2 crossovers with Ultraman and Kamen Rider, funnily enough. But yeah, I'm super excited about this because I do like that Netflix is actually succeeding with anime, despite me not liking some of the stuff that they're doing, where like, you know, some of the newer stuff is only getting released in batches. But I think that Netflix is actually doing a very good job of either backing or licensing these movie adaptations. Now, I don't know if Ultraman's going to be a set of movies, but if it is, again, I'm cool with that. That's smart, right? Because no one's going to sit back and be like, ugh, I have to wait for, you know, like me, where it's like I have to wait 12 weeks to get the whole anime. Where it's just like, you know, like a Godzilla movie comes out in Japan, and all of a sudden 3 months later, it's like, and boom, it hit Netflix. That's pretty cool for me. You know, so if it's going to be a bit like that, that would be cool. If it's going to be a 12-episode series, I have to admit it will suck if we have to sit back and wait. I mean, we have to live with it, that's fine. It's just, it will be frustrating if I'm going to, you know, have to tell you, like, all right, Tristan, I'm really interested in this, and we'll talk about it in 3 months.
Right.
That will be frustrating, I'll admit. But yeah, so not much else to go on here, other than it'll be premiering in 2019, if I didn't mention that already.
Yeah.
So that's all we know, 2019. Don't know if it's early, don't know if it's late. Seemingly based on the manga, that's the funny thing too, by the way. The article states what the story will be about, but it doesn't state that if the manga was also that as well.
Right.
So I have no idea if it's based off. I mean, I'll definitely be looking into the manga as well, knowing that, because I knew that it was being released in America. Because one time I went to a comic shop
Right.
in Long Island. I think I told you about this maybe. And I was at a comic shop in Long Island, and I just saw Ultraman manga, and I was like, oh, I guess it's the Japanese version. And I saw that it said Viz on the side, and I was like, what? And this was years ago. So clearly, this manga's been going on for a while. I should probably check it out. Funnily enough, we've talked about how you don't check out, during the last story, we talked about how you don't really check out superhero anime much. I don't usually check out manga adaptations of toku much.
Right.
And the reason why is because either they're not available legally, or when they are, they're some kind of weird adaptation. Sometimes it's weird in a good way, but other times it's just kind of like, why is this not the original? Or why is this not an adaptation or like a continuation of the original? So in this case, I have no idea what the Ultraman manga is, but I might like it, so I might check it out. Maybe we'll even do a review on one of our channels. Who knows? Who knows? Alright guys, so that wraps up this episode of Keikaku Corner. I just gave myself a pep talk off camera, and Tristan found it hilarious. So anyway guys, if you like this video and all of our other videos that you've seen, if you've seen every single video in this episode of Keikaku Corner, if you have, that's awesome. If you haven't, that's okay too. But if you like the videos, please remember to like and subscribe. And if you didn't like the videos, you know what they can do, Tristan?
What can they do, man?
Do you know? They can still like and subscribe.
Okay.
It doesn't change. They can still do it. They can watch us out of hate and spite. Because why not?
Because it
also
feeds you and makes you strong.
I don't know. Are we Broly? Anyway,
I'm only laughing out of nervousness.
Okay,
I'm
that's
actually
fair.
terrified.
But anyway,
No,
so definitely, if you like this channel, keep on supporting, and if you can, if you like our Those Guys Play content, or maybe you don't know about our Those Guys Play content, then please go to our channel, Those Guys Play. We'll be linked in the description box below as well. And on Those Guys Play, we do Let's Plays, other types of gaming content. We do like reviews. We showcase other consoles, clone consoles, other consoles from other countries, and we do a bunch more stuff as well. Fun variety show stuff as well, like What's in a Box and What's in a Cart. What's in a Cart has me opening up different game cartridges to see whether or not they're real, and also some other little fun stuff in the mix. And What's in a Box is where I bring on other Those Guys Play hosts like Melissa, who again, remember her band At The Ready. Check, you can get these lovely EPs and t-shirts in the description box below. But Melissa came on to do What's in a Box just like Tristan did, Anthony did, and Satish did. And I put random consoles in boxes, and you didn't know what the console was, so you had to stick your hands in and actually feel what they were, and kind of take a random guess.
I've never been more
So
terrified in my life than when Matt presented me with a random box and said, "Stick your hand in here and guess what's inside."
It only made me stronger. Your fear only made me stronger. But anyway, guys, so before we wrap this up, you can also check out our TG Productions channel as well. You can get our t-shirts, which I'm not wearing right now, but I usually am for an episode of Keikaku Corner. You can get those t-shirts over at tgproduction.net/merchandise, and you can also go check out our Patreon, patreon.com/ggproductions. And on our Patreon, you can, depending on what tier you give to, you can actually help us craft Keikaku Corner. Your story or your question or something like that can actually make the rounds for our Keikaku Corner docket. And depending on if you like our Those Guys Play stuff, we can also do Let's Plays, mix and match hosts, or do whatever kind of video idea you might like. And also that holds true for other podcasts like reviews or top fives or things like that. And yeah, so definitely check out our Patreon as well. Helps keep the lights on. I know that we're doing this during Halloween in July, so it feels like the lights aren't on, where it's just like, why are the lights not on? No, it's just a spoopy atmosphere. And yeah, so either way, thank you all so much for watching. Our numbers are actually they're actually increasing, via us doing Keikaku Corner. So I have to say thank you guys so much, because it's because of you guys tuning into some of our stories, especially the bigger ones that really help us kind of just be us and just have fun doing what we do. Because if Tristan and I weren't doing this here right now, we'd be on the phone talking about it. That's the interesting thing. Like, we'd be on the phone and I'd be like, Tristan, Ultraman, Netflix. Or you'd be like, Broly, and I'd be like, Broly. So, that's the thing. So, if we weren't doing it here, we'd be doing it there. So, you know, we get to just be us, but in front of you guys. So, thank you all so much. Love you all. Take care. Tune in next time for another episode of Keikaku Corner. It's coming very soon, and it'll be centered around San Diego Comic-Con. So, see you next time, guys.
The future is now.
The future is now.